It's Friday, December the 5th, 2014. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield, and this is episode number 61 of T.E.N, Transport Evolved News for the week beginning December the 1st, 2014. At last month's LA Auto Show, Volkswagen's luxury arm Audi unveiled a world first, the Sportback H-Tron Quattro, a performance plug-in hybrid with a hydrogen fuel cell range extender in place of the more traditional gasoline range extending engine. At the time, we praised Audi for making what we thought was a logical compromise between the low running costs and convenience of a plug-in vehicle, with the longer distance capabilities and quick refueling time of a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. But as it turned out this week, Audi's decision to make this particular vehicle a plug-in hydrogen hybrid had more to do with performance than anything else. As he reported on Monday, Audi's technical boss, Dr. Ulrich Hackenberg, admitted over the weekend that the A7 Sportback H-Tron Quattro needed a plug-in hybrid drivetrain in addition to the hydrogen fuel cell in order to make it a proper Audi. In other words, the 100 kilowatt output of the hydrogen fuel cell system wasn't powerful enough to give the Audi A7 the kind of acceleration demanded of it by the Audi badge. Oh, and without the second motor from the plug-in hybrid drivetrain, Hackenberg said the A7 couldn't have worn the Quattro nameplate either, because it would have only been a two-wheel drive vehicle. Oh well. It seemed almost too good to be true. The rumour that Tesla Motors and BMW, two of the world's most dedicated plug-in manufacturers, were considering a mutually beneficial partnership in order to share car, battery technology and lightweight carbon fibre reinforced plastic construction technology. And if you remember last week's show, you'll remember that's exactly what was inferred would be happening after German publication Der Spiegel interviewed Tesla CEO Elon Musk on future Tesla plans. Well, this week, we've heard from BMW, who has said categorically that any rumour of Tesla and BMW working together on such a partnership wasn't true, even going so far as to suggest that Tesla CEO Elon Musk was name-dropping for PR points. The luxury German brand has also said that while it wasn't going to be buying any shares in Tesla or working on any joint projects anytime soon, it was open to the possibility of selling Tesla its carbon fibre technology for the right price, as it would be for any other rival automaker. Interestingly, following BMW's statement, we were quickly contacted by Tesla to reiterate that Musk not only did not talk up a partnership with BMW in the original interview, but actively sought to squash any rumours the moment they surfaced. So we're glad that one's cleared up. In just a week's time, the Nissan LEAF electric car will turn 4, and as such, all eyes are now on Nissan's successor to the first generation LEAF, which is due sometime in 2015 as a 2016 model year car. And alongside that interest comes some pretty consistent rumours that suggest Nissan is about to double the range of its LEAF battery pack for the next generation model. Something confirmed this week by Carlos Ghosn in a late-night interview on a Japanese business cable channel. While Ghosn wasn't exactly forthcoming with the information, he did confirm that yes, Nissan is working on a new battery technology, yes, it will double the range of current vehicles, and yes, that would equate to a Japanese rated range of more than 400 kilometres per charge. While that's led some outlets to claim the range of the next generation LEAF will be around 250 miles per charge, we're throwing caution to the wind and doubling what we think the real world range of today's LEAF is to give a real world 150 miles per charge. Now all we have to do is to wait and find out how much that extra range will cost us. It wooed audiences at last month's LA Auto Show, and its design is supposed to be a visual representation of the electrochemical processes taking place inside its fuel cell stack. But it turns out the 2016 Toyota Mirai hydrogen fuel cell sedan won't be made in the kind of high-tech robotic automotive production facility that you might expect. Instead, Toyota announced this week that it will be built by hand by Toyota's Artisan LFA Works facility in Toyota City, Japan, by the same team of workers who built the limited production carbon fibre Lexus LFA supercar and more recently a limited run carbon fibre bicycle for super rich Lexus customers. The decision to build by car by hand, says Toyota, is driven by the fact that the Mirai causes some pretty intricate craftsmanship and attention to detail, and that means for now that the vehicle can't be made in an automated facility. But with just 200 orders placed so far, mostly from Japanese governmental fleets, we're getting the distinct impression that Toyota's first hydrogen fuel cell vehicle won't be the kind of vehicle you're going to see on Avery Street Corner. While most studies to date suggest that electric car owners only ever need to charge their car once a day in order to have enough range to carry out their everyday activities, knowing there's a local charging station in your community or at your place of work can make the difference between choosing to buy an electric car or not. And if you happen to work at an office with dedicated charging stations for employees to use, you're more than 20 times more likely to own a plug-in than you would if your office doesn't offer charging. At least, that's the verdict from the US Department of Energy, whose recent EV Everywhere Workplace Charging Challenge survey detailed that companies who actively support plug-in vehicle infrastructure are far more likely to employ plug-in vehicle owners. For the past 2 years, the DOE has been challenging officers and employers all over the US to install public charging stations for staff and visitor use, and has helped increase the number of companies offering charging from just 13 in January 2013 to more than 150 companies today. And as anyone who drives a plug-in car can tell you, having the chance to get a quick top-off at work can make a difference between the way electric cars are viewed and used, lowering pollution levels and encouraging some employees to dump the pump forever. It's official. The Tesla Model S electric car is the most loved car in the US, with more than 98% of all owners saying they'd recommend their car to their friends and family or buy another one when the time came to trade it in. That's according to Consumer Reports, whose annual customer satisfaction survey has put the Tesla Model S at the top of the most loved car list, beating 280 other vehicles on the list. According to Consumer Reports, the average customer satisfaction of vehicles in the survey was around 70%, but higher price, higher performance models do tend to do better. While the Tesla Model S came at the top of the list, however, Nissan's Versa sedan came at the bottom with just a 43% satisfaction ranking. Sadly, we can't tell you how well the Nissan LEAF fared on the list, although we can tell you that Nissan claims its customer satisfaction rating for the LEAF is somewhere around the 93% mark, according to its own internal figures. Which got us thinking, are electric cars more likely to get high customer service satisfaction figures than gasoline ones? And if so, why? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. 6 months after the British government announced 2 new legislative measures to allow self-driving vehicles to be developed and tested on public roads across the nation, and a £10 million prize fund to help bring self-driving cars to market, the winners of the government-backed Driverless Cars Prize Fund have been announced. Taking the lion's share of the prize fund is UK Autodrive, a consortium made up of Jaguar Land Rover, Ford, councils in Coventry and Milton Keynes, and the universities of Oxford, Cambridge and the Open University, a famous British distance learning institution known for its forward-thinking attitude to technology. Together, the consortium will test a semi-autonomous Range Rover on the roads of Coventry and Milton Keynes, as well as develop and test a series of self-driving pods, which will be primarily designed for use in low-speed pedestrian areas. Meanwhile, in Bristol, another smaller consortium will be trying to find out if driverless cars can reduce traffic and improve safety, while a project in Greenwich, London will be focused on automated shuttle vehicles, valet parking, and a self-driving car simulator. All the projects will start in January, so if you live in any of the cities listed, you may see a self-driving car sooner than you first thought. And finally, in the week before Nissan's all-electric LEAF hatchback turns 4, we hear the good news that Nissan LEAFs around the globe have collaboratively travelled more than 1 billion zero-emission kilometres and sold more than 150,000 cars. The 1 billion kilometre milestone, announced by Nissan yesterday, has been calculated from all the logged miles on Nissan's CarWings telematics systems. But knowing how unreliable that system can be at tracking miles accurately, not to mention the fact that not everyone with a LEAF opts into the system, we've got to politely suggest that LEAFs around the world have travelled far more than the headline 1 billion kilometres. Nissan just hasn't logged them. Either way, it's a pretty fantastic achievement, and combined with next week's birthday celebrations, we think it's got to have given Nissan a really feel-good feeling about its plug-in this week. Oh, and before I forget, I was among one of the first journalists in the world to tour Nissan's high-tech lithium-ion battery production facility this week, where I saw Nissan LEAF battery packs being made. Be sure to check out our 3-part write-up at transportevolved.com and see me in a clean room bunny suit if you dare. That's it for the week. Don't forget to join us next week for another episode of T.E.N. And in the meantime, visit www.transportevolved.com for all the evolved news that's fit to print every day. Subscribe to our channel and other shows on YouTube. And don't forget to join us live on Sunday at 6 p.m. GMT for the Transport Evolved panel talk show, where we'll be discussing these stories and more. You can watch live on our website at www.transportevolved.com, or you can join us via our YouTube channel at youtube.com/transportevolved. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield. Have a great weekend, and until next time, stay juiced up.